Good evening, this is TC and English News Edition, and you're watching with me, New Hoi Kim Kong Sai. First, the headlines. Implementations of NRC in Kuki zone inhabited areas to be as per constitutional rules and principles, says KIM. Assam Rifles launches operations Jal Rahat 2 to mitigate floods in Manipur. News in detail. The Kuki MP, as the apex body of the Kuki people, refute and disagreed regarding the implementations of NRC in Manipur region. In its press release, the Kuki MP intimates some point or information to the press and all concerned that the Manipur state government and the Meitei leadership may implement NRC at any time of their convenience and in any manner as deemed fit within their own territorial bounds clearly marked by the buffer zones. The Manipur state issue in no way concerns the Kuki zone people who have been forced out of Manipur state and were compelled to petition their grievances to the government of India for a constitutional protections in the creation of a union territory with legislature for the Kuki zone people. When and if the central government perceives any need for implementations of NRC in the Kuki zone inhabited regions, the Kuki MP will not dispute any such genuine efforts for identifications and necessary actions as per constitutional rules and principles, provided that it is carried out under strict supervision of the Supreme Court and in due consultations with Kuki MP Manipur. The release parties say that any illegal immigrant so found, whether a Kuki, Naga or Meitei, may be thoroughly dealt with as per established laws of the country. However, the Kuki MP would like to stress the immediate need for political settlement above all other matters of importance and fulfillment of our demand for a lasting political solution. The unwarranted and brutal hostilities against our people by the Meiteis under the dictatorship of Biren Singh must end, and only then a procedural conduct of NRC in Kuki zone inhabited regions can be justifiable and viable. The Kuki MP clarifies that the Meitei state leadership under Biren Singh responsible for the operations and persecutions of our people, causing the loss of 186 precious lives, the urgent and destructions of more than 7,000 houses, rendering more than 41,000 Kuki zone people homeless, has no legitimate say and authority over the future of our people. The Kuki MP remains compelled to reiterate that the demand for a union territory with legislature is the only solution to safeguard the Kuki zone people from the insistent threat posted by the chauvinist Meitei state leadership and to safeguard the consultations, the constitutions, and with it, the founding principles of this great country. The Assam Rifles have initiated operations Jal Rahat 2 on July 3rd. To reinforce river banks and prevent the inundations of residential areas to mitigate floods in Manipur. The Assam Rifles troops have been active in Singsamay, Imphal East, rescuing people trapped by rising waters and offering critical medical assistance to those in need. On the sidelines, the troops have been reinforcing river banks to curb the spread of floodwaters in both Imphal West and East districts, aiming to protect vulnerable communities from further harm. To enhance coordinations and response efforts, flood control rooms have been activated at Ketalmanbi and Jingmeirong. These control rooms are serving as hubs for managing rescue operations, distributing aid, and monitoring flood conditions in real time. As per Assam Rifles operations Jal Rahat 2 is committed to safeguarding the lives and well-being of people's residents amid the ongoing monsoon crisis. The operation has already seen significant efforts to rescue flood-stranded individuals and provide essential medical aid. On July 10, 2024 at 10:30 a.m., the inaugurations program of Sampurnata Abhiyan Aspirational Block Program was held at DTC Hall, Msungil Tuibong, under the leadership of Tuibong BDO Gracie Hawkip Coordinator ABP, and other officials attended the meeting. Zhang Milien Lupo, MCS BDO Tuibong, presented the progress report and introduced the ABP. The program aims to enhance the living standard of the block's residents by providing healthcare, education, and sanitation facilities. Additionally, it seeks to supply materials at a lower price than the local market rate when necessary. A free health camp was organized on the spot for hypertension and diabetes patients. The benefits of Sampurnata Abhiyan can be availed by the public until September 30 at the district hospital in various departments. This flagship program of the central government launched by PM Narendra Modi under Niti Aayog aims to develop aspirational districts and blocks across the country. The program focuses on 6 key indicators: antenatal care, ANC, diabetes screening, hypertension screening, supplementary nutrition, soil health card, and self-help group membership. Officials from various administrations, block development offices, medical department, and other stakeholders attended the meeting. The program aims to improve the living standard of the block's residents and make it a model block in the country. The people of Assam, already familiar with the annual monsoon floods, once again face the challenges of displacement and damage to their homes and livelihoods. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma visited flood-affected areas in the state, which has resulted in the death of 52 people so far. The flood situations in Assam remains critical, with the second wave of flooding affecting over 2.1 million people across 29 districts. Here's a look at the current scenario, government actions, and plans to address the crisis. The India Meteorological Department (IMD) has issued a red alert for all northeastern states this week. Heavy rainfall has worsened the flood situations, prompting authorities to evacuate thousands to relief camps as homes and infrastructure suffer extensive damage. Assam experiences severe flooding annually during the monsoon season, but this year has seen particularly severe impacts. On July 4, state officials confirmed that major rivers were overflowing, leading to extensive inundations. An alert has been issued in the Kamrup Metro District, where vast tracts of land are now underwater. Additionally, about 80% of Kaziranga National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, was also flooded, posing a serious threat to the wildlife there. On Wednesday, the Chief Minister chaired a meeting with district commissioners to address the flood situation. He directed officials to expedite the distributions of relief, ensure all rehabilitation schemes are completed before August 15, and provide accurate information to the headquarters to facilitate adequate relief measures. Citing geographical factors for the crisis, CM Sarma said the devastating second wave of floods in the state is mainly due to the cloudbursts in neighboring Arunachal Pradesh. He added that heavy downpours in China, Bhutan, and the upper reaches of Arunachal Pradesh have led to the flooding in Assam, describing the situation as beyond our control, according to PTI. Assam has been severely impacted by floods, with the death toll reaching 52 as of Friday morning, with more than 2.1 million people affected. Major rivers, including the Brahmaputra, continue to surge above danger levels, submerging vast areas and impacting daily life. In addition to the human toll, 14,59,806 animals have been affected, with 98 reported was away. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma visited and inspected flood-affected areas, noting that while the water has receded in some places, the situation remains dire where embankments have been breached. He mentioned that power supply has been cut off for safety reasons but can be restored quickly once it is safe to do so. The clogged drains in Dibrugarh, exacerbated by encroachment and lack of maintenance, posed a significant challenge. He indicated plans to clean the drains using smaller equipment and to consider eviction measures once the flood waters recede. Union Minister Sarbananda Sonowal assessed the flood situations in Dibrugarh and Tinsukia districts traveling by boat to understand the extent of the damage. He emphasized the commitment of both the state and central government for a permanent solution to Assam's recurring flood problem. He highlighted the immediate relief efforts and the long-term need for a comprehensive study on the feasibility and landscape of Dibrugarh to develop a sustainable solution. Five people, including a man and his two sons, died due to suspected inhalations of poisonous gas inside a well in Chhattisgarh, Janjir Champa district on Friday, police said. Chief Minister Vishnu Dosai expressed grief over the incident that occurred in the morning in Kikirda village under the Bira police station area. A team from the State Disaster Response Force SDRF has been engaged to fish out the bodies from the well, they said. The deceased have been identified as Ramchandra Jaiswal, 60 years, Ramesh Patel, 50, his two sons, Rajendra Patel, 20 years, and Jitendra Patel, 25, and Tikeshwar Chandra, 25. Inspector General of Police, Bilaspur Ranji, Sanjeev Sukla said. As per preliminary information, Jaiswal entered the well on the premises of his house to take out a wooden strip after he fell into it. When he fainted, his wife shouted for help, following which three others from the Patel family in the neighborhood entered the water body, he said. When none came out, Chandra entered the well, but he also became unconscious, prompting locals to alert the police, the official said. The ring well appears to be deep and has water at the bottom. The SDRF team is trying to take out the bodies, another police official said. Prima facie, it seems that they died after inhaling some poisonous gas inside the well. However, a forensic team has reached the spot, and the exact cause of death will be known once the bodies are retrieved from the well, he said, adding that a probe is underway. In a post in Hindi on X, CMSI wrote, the news of the death of 5 villagers in an accident in a well in Kikirda village of Janjir is extremely tragic. I pray to God to rest the departed souls in peace and give strength to the buried families to bear this immense loss. Om Santi. Congress MP Rahul Gandhi on Friday morning reached Hathras in Uttar Pradesh to meet with the families of the people affected by the July 2 stampede. En route to Hathras, Gandhi also stopped in Aligarh and met with families of the victims of the tragedy that took place at a religious satsang event in Fulari village, in which 123 people were killed. Bodies of all the 123 people who died in the stampede at the event of the self-styled Godman Suraspal alias Bhole Baba have been identified and handed over to their families. The Congress MP arrived in Hathras to meet the family of the stampede victims. After meeting with the Congress MP, a member of a bereaved family said that there was no proper medical facility or arrangements at the venue. He, Rahul Gandhi, assured us that he will help us in every possible way through his party. The administrations at the satsang venue was not good. My sister-in-law could have been saved if there was a proper medical facility. There were no proper arrangements at the venue, she said. Another woman said that Rahul Gandhi has assured all possible help. He said that he'll help, have patience. My mother and brother died in the incident, she said. Nitin Kumar, the son of Santi Devi, said that he went to the satsang with his mother but got separated from her during the incident. My mother died. Her name was Santi Devi. We went to satsang together. We were separated during the satsang. I came out of the event earlier. When the session was over, I had that stampede had occurred. I went there to find my mother. After some time, I came to know that my mother was taken to the hospital in the ambulance. My brother went to the hospital and saw that she was dead, he said. When asked about what Rahul Gandhi said about providing help, Nitin said, he asked about our well-being and assured us of help of all kinds. We have also asked him to raise this issue in Parliament so that such kind of incidents do not repeat. Lata, the daughter of Santi Devi, said that they had been waiting for Rahul Gandhi since morning, but he didn't come to their house. Instead, some of their family members were called to someone else's house to meet the Congress MP. Talking to ANI, Lata said, we have been waiting for Rahul Gandhi since morning. All the women of the family wanted to meet him and share their pain. He should have come here. Some members of our family were called to someone else's house. But we wanted him to come to our house, as there had been a death in our house too. Jitendra, another son of Santi Devi, thanked Rahul Gandhi for visiting Aligarh. We were called to someone else's house to meet Rahul Gandhi. He asked about our well-being. I thank him for visiting us. He said that he'll help from his side and the government side. Although he should have come to our house also, he said. Earlier, Uttar Pradesh police conducted a search operations at Ram Kutir Charitable Trust in Manipuri on Thursday for the self-styled God-man. An FIR has been registered in the incident, naming organizers of the event. Deputy Superintendent of Police, DSP, Manipuri Sunil Kumar, said yesterday that Bhole Baba was not found inside his ashram. Superintendent of Hatra City, Rahul Mithas, also said that they did not find the preacher in the ashram. On Wednesday, Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath visited the site of the tragedy and ordered a judicial probe into the incident. A 3-member judicial inquiry commission under the chairmanship of Justice retired Brijesh Kumar Srivastava has been constituted to ensure comprehensiveness of the subject matter and transparency in the inquiry. The Judicial Commissions will investigate the stampede incident over the next 2 months and submit its report to the state government. As per the prima facie report, the stampede took place when devotees rushed to seek blessings and collect soil from around the preacher's feet, but were spotted from doing so by his security personnel. They then started pushing one another, due to which several people fell down, triggering chaos at the site. A preliminary inquiry by a high-level committee of the district administrations into the running of a shelter home here has found that not 5 but 6 children died there in the past 5 days, an official said on Thursday. The committee's report has also raised questions over admissions, irregularities concerning the management of the private run facility for special children, and a cholera outbreak there. Until Wednesday, officials had the information that 5 children from the shelter home, which has now been served a show cause notice, has died and nearly 50 were hospitalized over suspected food poisoning. Ankit Garg, 8 years, was the first child to die at the Sri Yugpurus Dhambal Ashram, run by NGO in the city's Malarganj area, said an official who is a part of the prop committee. Garg died on the intervening night of June 29 and 30, but his body was handed over to his family and buried after allegedly hiding the information about his death from the authorities, said the official. The ashram management did not inform the administrations about the death of this child. His body was handed over to his kin and buried at a local cremation ground, the official said. The Assam management claimed that the 8-year-old died of epilepsy, but it could not be confirmed, the official said. Asked about the cause of Garg's death, Indori collector Ashish Singh told PTI post-mortem could not be conducted as the administration was not informed about the death of this child by the ashram management. Therefore, it cannot be said now what may have caused his death. The collector said he has issued a notice to the ashram management asking them why a criminal case should not be registered against them for concealing information about girls' death and other irregularities. Based on the interim prop report of the high-level committee, the ashram management has been asked to reply to the notice within 3 days, and appropriate actions will be taken after receiving their reply, he said. President Joe Biden has insisted to his campaign staff that no one is pushing him out and that he is not leaving his re-election campaign after multiple reports have suggested that he is preparing to drop out if he fails crucial campaign tests in the days and weeks ahead. Let me say this as clearly as I possibly can, as simply and straightforward as I can. I am running, he reportedly told campaign staff on a call on Wednesday. No one's pushing me out, he said. I'm not leaving. I'm in this race to the end. And we're going to win. The president reportedly admitted that he will have to end his re-election campaign if he cannot convince voters that he is up for the job after his flying performance at last week's debate against Donald Trump. A key ally to the president told the New York Times that while Biden remains committed to the race, his next several crucial public appearances could shape his plans for 2024. Biden is scheduled for an interview with ABC News host George Stephanopoulos on Friday, followed by campaign stops in critical swing states, Pennsylvania and Wisconsin. He knows if he has 2 more events like that, we are in different place by the end of the weekend, according to Ailey, speaking anonymously to the Times. White House Senior Deputy Press Secretary Andrew Bates told The Independent that their claim is absolutely false. If the New York Times had provided us with more than 7 minutes to comment, we would have told them so, he added. A spokesperson for Biden's campaign told The Independent that the report is wrong. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said the reporting is absolutely false, but an ally also told CNN that Biden remains clear-eyed about his viability in the aftermath of his abysmal debate performance. The polls are plummeting, the fundraising is drying up, and the interviews are going badly, the person told the network. He is not oblivious. The statements appear to be the first from within the president's game that suggests he is mulling his departure from the race, as polling shows him slipping considerably in his rematch against his twice impeached and criminally convicted Republican rival. Biden's campaign team and his White House Chief of Staff, Jeff Zients, have each called all-hands meeting with staff on Wednesday. The president is also meeting with Democratic governors at the White House on Wednesday, as party officials across the country fear that the president's shrinking chances of victory imperil other down-ballot Democratic races. Major newspaper editorials and prominent allies have argued that the president should end his re-election campaign, or that his campaign and the Democratic Party should seriously confront nose-diving poll numbers and growing concern about the president's age and future. Labour Party leader Kier Starmer on Thursday, July 4, told the voters that it is the day to start a new chapter in the United Kingdom's political history as voting began across the nations for a parliamentary election. Starmer and his wife Victoria Starmer arrived at the polling station with smiles on their faces as it was predicted that Prime Minister Rishi Sunak's Conservatives would be overthrown by the Labour Party. The first national ballot since Boris Johnson won the Tories a decisive victory in 2019 follows Sunak's surprise call to hold it 6 months earlier than required. Opinion polls have predicted a landslide victory for the Starmer Centre-Left Party, the first general elections win since 2005 by historic proportions, marking the Labour Party's one of the most sensational political comebacks ever. However, the polls have suggested an anti-incumbency factor as many people want to change the government after nearly 8 years of infighting and turmoil under the conservatives that produced 5 prime ministers in as many years. Starmer issued an elections message address to the nations in which he said, "Britain's future is on the ballot. Today, vote to turn the pace on the last 14 years." The Labour Party leader appealed to people to put their trust in him. Starmer said, "Vote for a changed Labour Party that is now ready to serve and change Britain." He added, "Britain's future is on the ballot. Change will only happen if you vote for it. Today, Britain can begin a new chapter, a new age of hope, an opportunity after 40 years of chaos and decline. This is a great nation with boundless potential. The British people deserve a government that matches their ambition. Today is the chance to begin the work of rebuilding Britain with Labour," Starmer added. Starmer's campaign focused on a single word: change. He appealed to people's resentment of the overburdened public services and declining standard of living. He has often stated that he will not be able to make any quick fixes, and his party has been courting foreign investment to assist in addressing the problems. However, he said that he would get on with the job from day one if he won and promised to revive the economy. He vowed to put 6,500 more teachers in schools and bring down NHS waiting list. Russian President Vladimir Putin on Wednesday expressed his condolences over the stampede at religious congregations in Uttar Pradesh that resulted in the deaths of 121 people. President of Russia Vladimir Putin sent a condolence message to President of India Draupadi Murmu and Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi over the tragic stampede in Uttar Pradesh. Kindly accept the most sincere condolences over the tragic accident in Uttar Pradesh, the Russian embassy in India posted on X. The incident occurred on Tuesday in Hathras district, where thousands had gathered near Pulrai village in the Sikandarao area for a satsang led by a religious preacher. In response, the Uttar Pradesh police lodged an FIR against the event organizers, accusing them of concealing evidence and violating regulations by allowing 2.5 lakhs attendees despite having permission for only 80,000. That's all from us tonight, and we thank you for joining our program.